Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is today's tarot for all signs for Thursday, the 21st of March 2024. I hope you're doing well. I have a live show 3 times a week here on YouTube called Psychic Cafe. In there, I give one question readings, amongst other things. Now, you can book in for one of those one question readings on my website at any time. Find a link for that in the description box below and also up there too. And I do all the pre-book readings right at the start of the next live show, then send you the link to the replay, or you can come along live. You can book in while I'm live too, but you don't need to be able to make it live in order to get one of those readings. I wanted to make them accessible to everybody. I also offer private readings from my website, BeHealing.com. Find a link for that in the description box below and also up there too. Get those out within 48 hours of you ordering them, often within 24 hours as well, like a quick turnaround. Because I think when we ask for a reading, it's because we're going through that thing right now, you know? So it's good to get that advice when you need it and that guidance when you need it. Now, there's 2 ways in which to win a private reading with me every single month. The first way is by being a subscriber to my channel, clicking like on this video, then leaving a comment. That'll get you an entry in. Second way is by checking out my pick a card reads. That will, if you purchase the deeper dives to those extended readings, that'll get you entered into the second draw. So good luck with those. Now, what's in the energies for everybody today? The awakening. Waking up to something. Stir the pot. I stir the pot is what I heard. Perhaps the pot has been stirred and something's happening now. You got something moving. Perhaps you've been brave, courageous. The awakening. Expression. Communication. All about communication at the moment. Express yourself. Communicate. Think about it. Think about what you want to communicate with other people and how to express yourself clearly, cleanly. Self-care and prudence. Making sure to take care of yourself. Always taking responsibility for ourselves. Don't put your self-care on the back burner. Never do that. Always put yourself first in that respect. And that way we can remain balanced. Caring for ourselves and caring for other people as well. We can only do it from a full cup, right? Okay. Interesting energies. Tell us more. What's going on? I'm just getting this feeling like tread carefully at the moment. Not that there's danger or anything like that, but be very conscious, especially about what you're saying. Think about it. Take a few breaths before you say things. Be some important stuff going on at the moment. We've got the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is the final hurrah of our healing journey. So a healing journey that you've been on, and we're on various healing journeys throughout our lives. But the 9 of Wands is when we're coming to the end of it, and it's often the last let go, the forgiveness, or a resolution of something it could be. Almost there. It asks for tenacity, that card, that. I told to take those as well. We've got the Ace of Pentacles with the 4 of Pentacles. A big offer, and you're kind of holding yourself back from that. There's a bit of sabotage in this energy of perhaps how you've been not letting something big in. Because the Ace of Pentacles is something big, a big offer. You might have been holding that away. You might not have been knowing how you've been holding that away from yourself. How you've not been letting what you really want in. But the 6 of Pentacles with the 10 of Swords. A painful ending of something that is slightly reciprocal but not enough for you is what I'm getting here. A lot of you are on the path to allowing reciprocal relationships and looking for reciprocal relationships for those that can give as much as you can in relationships. A lot of you have been accepting much less than that in relationships. And I'm getting from this that perhaps been someone in your life that reciprocates something, but not as much as you do, and it could be harder to let them go than it is when you realize that someone's just not like reciprocating a thing. That's kind of easy. It's still hard, but easier to let go of them. Harder to let go of someone when you realize no, they're not reciprocating enough. So there's a bit of a painful ending going on there. What else? Waking up to something. Take care of yourself. Remember, express yourself clearly. Take breaths before you express yourself. And the Knight of Cups. Romance. Well, how about that? I wasn't expecting that. Let's get deeper into this. The Nine of Wands. Why? Healing. Six of Materials. Yeah. That we're healing this lack of reciprocation thing. The lack of reciprocation thing. It's when we are doormats at first, you know, we're willing to get into one-sided relationships and just love them and see the best in them and help them and expect nothing for ourselves. Two of Emotions, when we're talking about love matches, three of Voices that have broken our heart, when we realize it, because we get into those situations and we can do it at first, we don't feel that imbalance for a while, and then we start feeling, and then it turns to resentment, and then we're like, I need to get out of this, and then we blame them, you know, and it's like, but we broke our own heart. You could coming to the end of that, so you could be finally letting it go. You might have been realizing how you were choosing those that didn't have enough to give. That's the thing, is that if you haven't learned how to love yourself yet, then you've got nothing to give, really. And we can look back, I can certainly look back on myself when I was unhealed and I wasn't loving myself yet, and see that I wasn't healthy in relationships. I didn't have as much to offer as I thought I did. I was putting everyone else first, and I thought I was being all loving and giving, but I can see clearly that I was a bit toxic, perhaps a lot toxic, in all of that. And so to be able to find those people that have got that self-love, the ones that can give to us, you know, it's something. I mean, there's not many of them, really, and we need to spot them, right? Because they're the ones that can reciprocate, and you can spot them because they're taking care of themselves. It's the self-care thing. You do it, find someone else that's doing it too, because that's the key. What's behind that is masculine energy. And that's the thing too, is the masculine energy is a little bit behind in this. Feminine energies have kind of done it first. Women have kind of done it first, just because of our nature of communicating and because of the challenges that we've had. We've been more challenged than men. And it's not really true, is it? But we were challenged earlier than men, let's put it that way, with respect to all of this, with respect to the healing. So we tend to be a little bit ahead of that. So, yeah. So getting that reciprocal energy from the men, they are doing it now. They are doing it now. I noticed that years ago, like I've been doing this for a very long time. I think I've said this perhaps in a reading, it could have been in the live show, I'm not sure. But you might have heard me say this before. I've been doing this for a long time, and 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I was talking on this when the men were coming to the women to kind of help them. And I, for one, was like, I can only help those that I understand what's going on, because I've been there myself. And for some men, I can. But for the majority, as I can't. It's like the guys that have healed this need to be helping you out. Where are they? There was none at the time that were doing that, or very few, not out there in a big way, putting themselves out there. Now there are. They're all over YouTube now, and it's great. Now there's some toxic helpers out there that aren't helping anyone, you know, teaching guys to be even more toxic. But there are the healing ones out there as well that have been there, done that, helping each other. They're talking about it now, which is a fantastic thing. So, masculine energy is on catch up with this kind of self-love journey, knowing themselves, taking care of themselves so that they can get into healthy relationships. So it's not all on you, you know. Ace of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, you might be realizing how you've been holding yourself back from the big offers. You might be realizing a sabotage today. Five of Materials, how you've been holding it away from yourself and saying no to it. So, what happens then? Why are we so comfortable with these ones that can't reciprocate? Because there's a part of us, like the damaged part of us, that resonates with that. It feels familiar to us. It's like, oh, you're damaged too, I'm damaged. I resonate with you on that. Now, the people that aren't, the people that are self-loving, they can feel alien to us. They can feel perhaps that they're selfish. You might even think that their confidence is arrogance. We can push them away. And you might be realizing, perhaps these are the people that I should be opening up to. Perhaps they're not toxic at all. Perhaps they're the ones that have got something to offer. The quieter joy is behind that too. The ones that are happy. I'm getting strongly like they could have been repulsive to you before, the ones that are truly happy in themselves. Strong word, I know, repulsive, but you know, just like rejecting them. It's like, oh, there's something wrong with them. They're a bit too happy. You know what I mean? And it's like, no, there's actually nothing wrong with them. They're the people that you should be around. 10 of Swords and 6 of Pentacles. So there's a painful ending with someone that was reciprocating a bit, but not enough for you. So a bit of, perhaps you were settling with somebody, or it could be a friendship, you know, it's just, it's not the, they're not a complete match to you is what I'm getting. You might need to end that. Tell us what this is about, please. But keep your hopes up. Not for that relationship, that's not going to change, but hopes to find a true match to yourself. What's behind that is psychic development, and there's an internal knowing about that as well. We get, what do they call it? Positive bias. When what we believe is what we'll see out there in the world, and it's not that other stuff doesn't exist, it's that we don't notice it because it's outside of our beliefs. And so when we're on this progression of getting to know ourselves and loving ourselves more, we'll notice them. Like, I had this big epiphany when I started really reeling it back in, being by myself a lot more, really taking good care of myself, distancing myself from the people that I had been connected with, but generally addicts and alcoholics, people that had problems. And then I started taking really good care of myself, distancing from them. And when I went to the gym, a gym that I'd been going to all the time, the same people were there, but I started opening my eyes to them. There was all of these people that were looking after themselves, and I hadn't been connecting with them. I hadn't been choosing them to be my friends, even though they'd always been there. I kind of said hey to them, but didn't feel like having a longer conversation or making friendships with them. And I feel like that's what this is. Ace of Pentacles, it's like the people that have got something to offer you, you might have realized, oh, I was pushing those away. It was alien to me that they were happy. It could be that. So, perhaps bigger hearts going on at the moment. Tell us about this Knight of Cups, though. Someone with romance. Knight of Cups is movement forward with romance. The Muse of Voices, someone's got clarity about that. Someone could have clarity about you. Someone could be choosing you because of your energy, and perhaps you haven't been noticing them or choosing them. Wow, 10 of Material, someone that can build with you as well. So someone that has a lot of clarity about you, of what it is that they want in a relationship and all of that, and they've got what it takes to build as well. So 10 of Materials, investing, they've got things to offer and can build a relationship, build lifestyle, all of those things that we go into relationships for. And what's behind that? So you could just be opening your eyes to this person now and realizing, oh, perhaps this is what I've been looking for. Ancient wisdom, discernment, and self-love. How about that? So, ancient wisdom. It's like this is the way it's always been. Self-love first, right? Self-love first, and then discernment, and then we can discern, we can choose. Once we do the self-love, then we can notice it in other people. It's like, they're the ones that are capable of a good relationship. We can't recognize it. We can't see it out there and recognize it and choose to connect with those people until we've done it ourselves. That's why it's always self-love first. Now, what about our love lives? Tell us more about this Knight of Cups then. Some romance coming in. So they've got clarity on what they can offer and invest and build and all of that kind of thing. Perhaps clarity on you as well. Freedom. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So your person here, they could be single, you're single, nothing like stopping you from doing it, just a matter of choosing each other. What else? A matter of letting them in, a matter of like the 5 of Materials, like opening your heart up to them, choosing them, saying, yeah, actually I deserve someone that is capable of this. I've often heard this story. I think that's why the ancient wisdom is that when people have got this self-love thing down, they realize, oh, there's that person, they were there all along, and I wasn't noticing them. It's that attuned to the divine, says the new moon in Pisces. So connecting in with yourself, your intuition to guide you in your love life. So that's not our feelings. It's different. Our feelings are probably responding to what we used to, which can be our past energies. So yeah, you need to know the difference between intuition, getting guidance, and feelings, which are a response to what feels normal, usual to us. There's forgiveness and balance as well. Forgiveness and balance. So perhaps like the balanced one is the one that you weren't drawn to. You might need to forgive yourself for perhaps keeping someone at arm's length. Yeah, could be a lot of ahas about how you've been keeping away what it is that you truly want. Romance and withdrawal. Pulling away from that romance instead of connecting with it and moving toward it. Feels like it's time to move toward it and to realize why you're pulling away from it. Someone that's healthy, a healthy kind of a love and romance. What else? We've got a fan, romance, celebration, party, perhaps a fan of yours as well. Torch, spiritual development, enlightenment. Yeah, there's a lot of enlightenment energy today. We've got a seahorse, family matters, and cup. You should accept valid criticism. That could be coming from family as well. Okay, so think of a yes or no answer question, because I've got a red and a green crystal in this bag. I'm going to pull one of them out very shortly for our answer. But this is just a bit of fun because it's a general reading, not a personal reading. If you want me to pull crystals out of my bag and cards out of my deck for specific questions that you've got, you can do one of two things. You can either book in for a one-question reading on my website, behealing.com. Find a link for that in the description box below and also up there too. I'll do that in the live show, send you the link to the replay, or come along live but while I'm live. Or you can get a full reading as well, private reading. Find a link for that in the description box below and up there too. And I get those out within 48 hours if you're ordering them. Now, how best to deal with these energies today? Justice. Justice is the karma card. It's what's truly right for you. Often we can think that our past energy is really us, you know, like the inner child. We think we're still that geeky teenager or that unhealed person, and perhaps we're not that anymore. We need to recognize our true energies now and what we truly deserve and what's a true match to us. It does feel like it's an epiphany today about leaving behind what is not a true match to us and actually going for what is, and that feels a little bit out of our comfort zone. You might be realizing how you sabotage that, but it's actually a better choice for you, and it'll be better for you to choose that. So think of a yes or no answer question now and pause the video. If you're not ready for your answer is no. It's the ruby. Don't do it. There you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click that subscribe button if you're new. Leave a comment. That'll get you an entry into that prize draw for a free reading with me at the end of the month. I do one of these today's tarot every single day of the year. I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show. Come along sometime. I'd love to see you in there. And I make 3 love pick a card reads a week as well. You can find one of those right there, right now. Watch that next if you want. Well, have the best day ever. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.